Hello, good morning, students. I'm Mrs. Busayo Okafor from Patricia High School. You are welcome to basic science class. Let's begin with our scheme of work for this term. For week 1 and 2, we have resources from living things 1 and 2. For week 3 and 4, we have resources from non-living things 3 and 4. For week 5 and 6, we have sand energy 1 and 2. For week 7 and 8, we have magnetism 1 and 2. And for week 9 and 10, we have electrical energy 1 and 2. The essence of the scheme of work is to prepare you ahead of the class. Alright, now go back to week 1. What topic do you have there? Say it loudly. Again. Very good. Resources from living things 1. What comes to your mind when you hear the word resources? Have you heard of natural resources or mineral resources? Have you heard about that? Good. Resources refer to useful things or materials in our surroundings. And those resources or materials can be from plants or from animals. So for this week, we are to discuss resources from plants or plant resources. What are plant resources? These refer to all the useful materials we get from plants. They may be grouped into food crops, cash crops, wood crops or textile, and medicinal plants. What are food crops? Food crops is under plant resources. So what are they? These are crops that are grown and eaten as food. Crops that are grown and eaten as food. They include the following: vegetables. Examples of vegetables are spinach, lettuce, cabbage, amaranthes, Selenium. Selenium is what we locally call water leaf. We have melon and tomatoes. Look at the screen properly. Which of them can you identify in your area? Which of them can you identify in your locality? Can you identify tomato, cucumber? Can you identify even carrots? Carrot is a vegetable and not a fruit. Alright, let's go to what we call cereals. Cereals are crops that produce grains, e.g. sorghum, millet, rice, maize, barley, wheat. They are very rich source of starch. That is what you can see on the screen there. Okay. We also have what we call underground crops. Examples of underground crops are tubers like yam, cocoyam, cassava, potatoes. We have root tubers like sweet potatoes, carrots. We have bulb. Example of bulb is onions. Legumes. What are legumes? Legumes are crops that produce padded seed. What do you understand by that word, padded seed? Okay, look at the screen. These are seeds that are enclosed. You can see that there is something that covers it. So before it can be useful to us, you have to remove the back. Example of legumes with padded seed are beans, soya beans, cowpeas, peanuts. They are very rich in protein. They are good source of protein. Alright. We also have oil plants. These are crops whose seed or fruit are used in making oil. This oil are either eaten or used in making things like margarine, soap, and pomade. Example of oil plants are coconut, palm oil, and groundnut. That is a palm tree there where we can get some of those useful materials. Okay, we are done with food crops. Now we are under cash crops. What comes to your mind again when you hear the word cash? Cash, cash. Do you think of money? Very good. So that should tell you what cash crops are. These are cash crops. Cash crops are those crops that are produced not for personal consumption, but are sold as raw materials for local industries or other countries. Among these are fiber crops. wood crops, oil crops, and some food crops. So fiber crops is a cash crop. These are crops that are used to make ropes, clothes, sack for packaging and sponge. Example of fiber crops are cotton. Example of fiber crops are what? Cotton, sisal and jute. We also have oil palm and so on. Now, cotton is the primary fiber crops, is the major and the common fiber crops. That is what you see on the screen there. That is what we call cotton. You see that whitish material that is being produced by that plant. That is cotton. And we use it for what? For making clothes. You have sisal and jute, which are used for making packaging, sacks, and nets. That is what you are seeing there at your right hand side. Can you see the plant itself and what is being gotten from the plant? The rope. We have that one of the sisal too, sisal plants, and the rope that we can get from it. That is the plant there. These are useful materials. We have wood crops. These are crops that are used in building and furniture work. We have what we call wood pulp that is used for making paper and paper products. For example, mahogany, we have ebony, and we have camphor. You see that? Camphor is gotten from plants. Okay, by now I want to give you some brain teasing. What is the name of that plant that we can get camphor from? I will ask you when we return. Okay, then we have drug crops or medicinal plants. These are crops whose leaf, stems, roots, and bark are used as medicine. Example are neem tree, commonly known as dongoyaro. We have lemongrass and we have kola plants. Other cash crops are cocoa and coffee that are used as raw materials in beverages industry. We have rubber. Rubber is a cash crop that we can use its latex to make vehicle tires. That's what you see on the screen there. You see that plant secreting that whitish material, whitish substance. That is a rubber. It's a cash crop. All right, that is all we have for the topic for this week. Let's quickly review what we have learned. We said that resources are useful things or materials we get from our surroundings. We have plant resources that can be food crops, cash crops, medicinal plants, and so on. All right, look at the assignment on the screen. List 4 resources obtained from living things. List 4 resources obtained from living things. All right, ensure you copy the notes and answer the question under the assignments. Bye. Stay safe.